Are we good? Are we square? Well, that audio looks different. That looks different. Oh well, everything's different. Nothing changes the same. Where's my... There they are. Hello, welcome to my tube. My name is Marge. I am a Hilk empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. Because, I've been doing it 4 years now. Tucker, please don't cry like a whiny little dog. I don't want to hear whiny little dog right now, Tucker. Everybody's all elevated today, and I don't even like it. I'm just like, I just want to go drive around for like 4 hours, take pictures and stuff like that. Yeah, but what I want to do and what I'm going to do are rarely the same thing. Because, you know, this life ain't all about me, huh, Benno? Okay, why is your eye red? Your eye's red, and it's pulled from your... You okay? We don't need no problems today, huh? I know his ear's bothering him. So I called this talk Pick Your Poison. I hate naming these talks. I hate it. I've named over 1,400 of them. I'm probably over 1,411 now. I don't know. You don't get to see anymore how many videos you have. They change stuff all the time. So... How are people grappling with the adventures of the new Earth, man? I've been watching what Tennessee's going through. A buddy of mine is down there. People are just freaking going through it, man. If you were on the, and I know people that they're not. Their lives are completely. It's weird. Because it's like their lives are like picture perfect, and they're really genuinely, authentically, truly happy. I think it was Jesse Zaboter that said, or somebody, I can't remember what talk it was. No, I don't think it was her. I think it was somebody else. Because it's just like, how do these people create these lives that are just like really freaking cool, you know? How do they do it? I want to, you know, but then it was somebody's idea. See, because I do these talks on how I feel about things, on my frame of reference, and so few people on this planet have a congruent or identical frame of reference than me. And a lot of people have similar, you know, like, a lot of people have, like, just the same storylines. Their storylines are just, they're the same. And they put themselves in positions where they hang out with other people that their storylines are the same. And that is a very low common denominator. No, that's a high common denominator. Because they just all do sameness. Mine don't even work, my mind don't even work that way. Same I have a very hard time with. So, you know, South Central America, there are all these places, it's just, and people are using biblical. They're using the terminology, this is biblical, you know, this is biblical. And then some people are looking at it and are like, this is why this is happening. Pay us to study why this is happening, and then they come up with their ideas of why this is happening, and then other groups come up, you know. And it's just really weird. And in a couple months, they're going to release all this stuff. I was reminded of this because it comes back around. It happens all the time. They're always going to do this, and then it never, like, reveals. I frankly don't really care about people's freaking... you know, it's like, at this point, either I'm in alignment with people or I'm not. And if I'm not in alignment with people, whatever happens to them, good luck to you, you know. I'm not going to freaking love people I don't know and see, you know. I'm not going to be all this freaking fluffy stuff that some people want people to be, you know. And so they're going to reveal all this UAP stuff, unidentified aerial phenomenon. That's what they've called it for years, you know. And there's no OPSEC anymore. There's no military security, you know. It's just a bunch of freaking swingers and wingers just like doing stuff that they shouldn't be, and then making everybody else pay for it. So supposedly when they release all this stuff, it's supposed to cause all this freaking craziness because they can't believe it, you know. What? We're not the only people on this planet? What? There's a certain center of the universe and we ain't it? You know, yeah, I saw that the boat has been dislodged after 6 days. And what's the date? Because if Zach will probably, on Gematria Effect, will probably be doing effect and adding up all the numbers. And, you know, it's just stupid. It's stupid. And the fact that, I mean, it's complete, like, ridiculous, a mockery when that, and then the semi gets turned sideways and blocks the interstate. It's just, and people are like, oh my goodness, it's just a crazy coincidence. The world is full of crazy coincidences. No, the world is full of stupid people who really don't have the ability to think for themselves. They really don't, and it's hard to watch, man. It's hard to watch. People that can't do things, I've been watching them my whole life. I've been taking care of my mom, and she had a part of her brain that she just don't figure stuff out. And she just won't do it. That's why I gotta ask her every hour and a half, you hungry? She gets low blood sugars, even if she gets just a couple, nuts. She had a lot of damage done to her brain at 38 years old, you know? And she bought, you know, they gave her a loan back in 2000s, in the 90s, actually. They gave her a loan. They really had no business giving her that loan. She was paying, her income was like $900 on Social Security, and then her house payment was like $657. It was like she wasn't, like, and then it kept going up. And so she wasn't buying food anymore. That's how she had to come live with me, you know. I wish I had just more money just to give to her to help her get by, and then I could have freaking moved in with her, you know. But life went on a different course, so there's just, you know, the idea of the American dream is dissolved, and has. And people are waking up to how things really are, that there's a group of people that control things, and they don't have good ideas. And they do it for weird, peculiar, gross reasons. And they've been doing it for years and years and years. On my Facebook page today, I posted a link to the Jesuit Oath. Yeah, Jesuit Oath. It's you know, and the pill. It's just like, it's so right there, dude. And I watched Crystal Time. Tucker's back there sucking on Luna's face. And I was like, you and Zach are gonna decode the world. And these people, all these people have their pieces. All these pieces have their pieces of the puzzle that make sense to me. And then they tell, and then, you know, that'd be cool. Those are the people that I want to see collaborating. You know, astrologists and stuff like that. It's just all perception. It's just all. You gotta take everything with a grain of salt. A little bit of this works. A little bit of this works. You know, I don't dabble with the dark arts. There's so many people that dabble with the dark arts. I can't believe those, right on radio. Even though I unsubscribed, I still like listening to Jesse on Sunday mornings. It's that guy. It's him. You know, it's him. And I'm one of those that's just like, I won't do it. I just won't, you know, I can't. That's why it's always just me. So when I go, it's just him, it's for the same reasons why people don't like my channel. You know, I'm sure that's how it works for me. Anyway, so what is that? Why did I talk about that? Oh, and I was like, $5. He's gonna mention the Satan shoes, and then he like intentionally did not want to mention it because of promoting it. Now this is like, it's. Okay, I'll do it. You know, Kijid's already done like 5 videos on him, and it's just it's every, you know, you live in a. It's just weird. It's just weird, and just, you know what's weird to me is I look, and that is where the scary is, dude. That's where the scary is, because I have like nieces and stuff, and I know people that their kids are having. They're having grandkids now, and these, you know, a lot of babies being born. You know, one of them, Stacy, congratulations on the new Aries girl on the earth. We need more of them, you know. And the way people are going to start bringing their kids up are entirely different than they did when I was a little girl, you know. This whole story of just be a good person, go to college, get a good degree, be a productive member of society, all the while these had their own freaking nefarious things. It's gross, the stuff that people do. And people that are of kind heart and, you know, pure thought and stuff like that, you know, you can't imagine, you know, like, you know, weird stuff like that. And if it's in the movies, it's in real life. I just saw an article yesterday. Seth Rogen, I guess he confirmed that Emma Watson, is that the chick that was Hermione? That was, he wanted her to be in that Pineapple Express movie. That, no, End of the End of the World one that he did. And they had all these cameos of these famous people, and she wouldn't do it because of a cannibal scene. You know, because of and it's just like. So when are people going to start believing that exists? Are they going to have? Is Nike going to have a shoe for cannibals? You know, and how quick are they going to sell? And are they going to sell for $1,000? Because I bet that, you know, that marketing scheme was freaking brilliant. You know, and you know what makes me, you know, what frustrates me? I want to talk about aspects because I haven't talked about this. Now my birthday's coming up. I love my birthday. April 9th, 1974, 11:01 a.m. And that little freaking puke that I rebuked, that little, I don't even know who the fuck is Nazak? Who is this kid, man? These people come up and they're like, you know, they're stars that have fallen, and I'm just like, I don't know. They must not be that good because I don't know who they are. So, that freaking little shit's birthdays, he was born on the same day as me. He's born on April 9th. And if you look up people that are born on the same day as you, you're going to see all the range, the full spectrum. And you're going to see people that chose to live in spirit and all the things that they did. And you're going to see people that chose to live from ego and all the things that they did. So I look at other people that have the same birthday as me. Hugh Hefner, Jenna Jameson, Kristen Stewart. That little Nas shit. What the frickin' what? So, but you know, you can be that vibration. You know, you can be born on a day, and you know, you get to choose who and what you are every single day. You know, are you going to be love, or are you going to be all those things in which are lower frequency? I mean, I got trouble with frustration and anger and stuff like that. You know, I've always just dealt with it myself, just get myself out of it. You know, because I've never had that family. You know, Mom doesn't frickin', she's never been the one that frickin' put me on her lap and say it's gonna be okay. She taught us a lot of hard lessons, you know. But evidently, she taught my brother good, because I do that too. I always put myself on the outside of traffic when I'm walking with people. It's just what I've always done. And then he does it, and he opens doors for women. It was just funny because I open doors and stuff. Walk up to doors, and people just let them close in my face all the time. That's a weird place, but it's just completely. They just Creighton University. They love their Creighton Blue Jays. It's all about the Jesuits. So it's just like it's that heart space. It's heart space. People can choose. But, you know, evidently people see in frequency. When you vibe high like me, people just don't see you. I get ignored all the time. I get ignored all the freaking time. Technology glitches with me. I'm just like, hello to people. Because they just ignore me. They just see fit to ignore me. I was thinking about that today. I'm like, why are so many people doing this? I'm like, well, you think about Marge. You go into a Dollar General, or you go into a place where they make $6, $5 an hour, you know, and it's just like all the other things they'd rather be doing, you know, because this is how I used to be. I used to think like this. This is how I know other people think, because I used to be like that. And if I used to be like that and change my thinking, I know other people can. So, so like you go in, it's just like, and it's like, say you have someone like me, I'm not going to wear a mask, you know, I don't want to wear your stupid mask, that, you know, that works in a place like that, and they have very little control over their lives. I mean, their life shit is, I mean, look at, you know, come on, you know? So of course they're gonna, you know, they want, when people are miserable, they want you to be like them. So the people that have to follow the rules, you know, because everybody bends over to somebody, and so you got, you know, so they're gonna make you have to do what they do because they have to do it. That's why everybody has to do this. It's freaking stupid. I hate it. I got post-traumatic stress. I got sensory problems. I got freaking I got a laundry list of reasons why I hate it. And people don't care. Just do what you're told. Just do what you're told. And I'm like, but this is all the reasons why. They're like, nah. We hate our life, so we're gonna make you miserable too. That's why everybody's doing this. It's been a freaking year. It's stupid. People are disproving the science all over the place, but that's okay because nobody's seeing it because it doesn't go where freaking people get to read about it, and people don't actively go and look up stuff. When I was in IT, disseminating information, it's very easy to manipulate. It's very easy to manipulate. Data is very easy to manipulate. And people think that these companies are just of the utmost integrity because of who they are and because they say so. And the fact is, I found that the more people like, you know, tout on like how trustworthy and how freaking and all this stuff are, it's like the opposite. We live in opposite world. That's what it seems like to me. Everything that, and so with this disclosure with the UAPs that are coming up in June, supposedly, right? I say this often. Everything they have ever said is untrue. Yet they make us the little people, us little people, they make us pay for their simpleton ideas, but then they put huge price tags on them, just like their pay scale. They make exorbitant, and look at the people in DC. They don't really do much. They really don't. Have you seen how much Pelosi's worth? Why? Because it's all bribes. They all bribe each other. And they call it freaking lobbying and stuff, and it's just like, there was a way this country was supposed to be. Turtle Island, they would have come over and cooperated with my ancestors. Think about this land, how this land would be. There would be freaking fruits and vegetables in the islands on the interstate, you know? You don't got to pull off the interstate to freaking go to McDonald's. You can freaking, you know, there's like rest stops and you can have freaking, you know, just go walk out, grab a lettuce and some tomatoes and make a nice sandwich, you know, whatever, go on, but you know, mandates, regulations. People that don't follow rules, they have no business making them up. They really don't. They really don't. And people that haven't had jack shit for life experience and had their whole life paved and are millionaires because they got a fucking poli-sci degree. Political silence? What a freaking joke is that? What is that? Political science, the science of lies and manipulation and control and dominance and impedance, fear. What is that? Political science. I ask people what they tell me that the conversation's over because the people like that, they're at the complete opposite spectrum of me, and we don't really have much in common because I care about people. And they don't. No, they don't. So, it's only going to get crazier, and then the people that are in charge are going to, it's like the ultimate, no, everything's fine. That person that I'm sure, you know, that melts down. How many people have seen somebody like lose their freaking mind. Like their spirit becomes, you know, like have you seen it happen? I've had it happen to me. You know, I think that's an experience that not enough people in life have had. So I think the playing field is leveling, so more people are getting that. Seeing something that's like you're watching a movie, like you just can't believe that what you are experiencing is real. Set experiences. They are. Floods. You know, and people are starting to figure out, you know, all this stuff they said, that isn't real, like harp and all this stuff. You know, whether they're creating it, which is likely, because they've been controlling the weather since they started doing that in 1909. 1909? 1909 they started doing that. With the Dust Bowl and stuff like that, and the drought and stuff. In the grasshopper and all that stuff, and then they're like, oh, and then Vietnam, you know, they said that they do this stuff, but people are like, no, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. They used to do it in Vietnam all the time, because if it rains and rains and rains and rains and rains and rains and rains, you know what that does? Freaking soaks your boots. Can't dry your feet. You know what that does to a person when you get your feet? My feet are jacked. My feet, I used to have really nice feet. They're not that jacked. They're jacked compared to what they were. I had nice, and now they're just like, I have like just weird stuff with my feet. Dry skin. You know, it's just, they're, because you freaking wash equipment and stuff and get your feet. I change my socks. I bring extra socks to work with me to change my socks, keep my feet dry. People don't understand the importance of just taking care of your body. Just taking care of your body, man. I was always the weird kid. You know, I was diagnosed with Asperger's, I think, when autism, whatever they call it. It's whoever reads whatever books, and they hang out with me, and then they get to determine what I am, right? And then, but it was like, you know, freaking mom didn't care, dad didn't care, nobody cared, so it was just you know, it fell off to the wayside, and I went on trudging through school, trying to, you know, just get through in life, just trying to freaking figure out how I was supposed to act, because every time I acted, just was being myself, there was some sort of consequence. It'll be too much. What's too much? Where's that measure? I don't know. It's all so confusing. Oh. There's just a lot of people it's just mental health stuff, you know, mental health. I was thinking about physical therapy, because I'm always stretching and I'm always moving and dancing, and I got my own version of Tai Chi and stuff like that, just because I got a lot of pain, I got a lot of nerve damage, you know, and I know the consequences, because I see what happens. There's somebody I know, his wife is having some sort of freaking bypass surgery today, and she's younger than I am. She's probably got a good 60, 80 pounds on me too, and it's just like, these are the people don't take care of themselves, and they just do everything that feels good, and eat everything that feels good, and drink everything that feels good, and because they don't feel good, it puts freaking pressure on your joints, it clogs your heart, it does all this stuff that makes people dead. And people still don't have, fitness, health, I don't get so. Event 201, look it up. I gotta pop that in there every now and again. It's also predictable, man. We're just puppets. If you can find comfort in the life that you've made for yourself, that's a good thing, because a lot of people can't find comfort in the life in which they live. They can't. I see the bottom line a lot is that the life isn't going to be joyful every day. It's not. It's not. It's not. Those people that have like saved whole villages in a past life, and now they're just, everything's great, everything's hunky-dory, everything's wonderful. I'm just like, yeah, but wait till they get in their teenage. You know what I mean? You know what it's just like, things don't always stay good. They don't. They don't. So I'm a little skittish. I got some days I'm a little skittish though. I gotta tell you, you know, I never like when things get too good, because that always stops too. So. You got a faith, you got a higher power, you got God. You know, we already know who serves freaking. You know, in my mind, and it's based on your own frame of reference. It's whatever you can live with, and I can't live with as much as other people can live with. I can't. So in my mind, it's like rich people. It's where they lost their way, because you can't have that much of something that isn't real, sitting there doing nothing when that could help so many people that need it. Because like, I mean, even people that got stuff, you know, look at all the people that are displaced all over for one reason or another, you know. Yeah, and it's just creating this, just there's just so much. It's like we're in a coffee pot that's boiling and it's percolating. You know, we're no pressure cooker. We're in a pressure cooker, you know, and all these people are under pressure, and they're in pressure in their own homes, and then, you know, they take that out, and then they get under a pressure, and then they react how they react. People act one way, and they're completely different, and they're not that way, but they make themselves look a certain kind of way. They're liars. They're liars and cheats. Because to me, when people like. A cheat is, you know, somebody that acts like they like you to get something. You know, there's a lot of that going on. They act like they like you to get their favor. A lot of people using a lot of people for something. You know, we can't live like that. That's not what God intended. We're supposed to be good to each other. We're supposed to be good to this earth. We're supposed to be the custodians of this planet, not the people that freaking trash it, man. I saw something on Twitter about somebody posted that there was an evergreen container. When he had flashbacks he was like, that guy took him out of the container. It was an evergreen container. You know, when they were saving kids on Dexter. You know, years ago, you know, art imitates life, imitates art. You know, they're one and the same to some people, and people that I don't know. It's just easy to believe that we all got duped. It's just so easy to believe. Only I can't stand for it anymore. So I gotta stay stuff whenever I see it and wherever I go. I got a picture the other day. I'm like, okay, we'll see who owns Teos. We'll see who owns New Mexico. So they have these signs all over. Today's old photo. I gotta go start the changes. Where are these signs? Oh, here it is. So this is who owns Teos, I'm pretty sure. The Bent Lodge 42. I'm pretty sure that's who owns. Then you got the orders. The Order of the Eagle, and then you got I got, these pictures aren't real clear, but it's just like, you know, when you got clubs that have things that they don't want people to know about because of history and tradition, there's never anything good 100% that comes from these things. There's always shadow and darkness in every one of them. So even if it's the ideology of creating an area and not allowing things to progress because that's how they are and that's how they just have always been done, but the reality of it is it's based on who's in charge and how they feel that day. That's the stuff that's all breaking. See, the control freaks are breaking. It's a frequency that's breaking. We aren't supposed to be living like that. And too many, actually, there's too small of people that are profiting on the shoulders of too many, and this is a storyline that's been going on generation after generation after generation, and now the pressure point is coming to a point that it needs to stop once and for all. Let's see. So, find your higher power, find your source, find your goodness, because we know what the earth is like without it. This is the world we get. Earth gets pissed. Hurricane season, it's gonna get good, you know. Find the place you want to be. If you can find a couple people you can stand to be around, that's good too.